Hi, I'm Daniel, and if you are new to the channel, I design and build arcade cabinets. And every build I make is unique. There's no production line, this is not a factory. And besides building the cabinets, I also make tutorial videos for Ultimarc, for all the parts. I did a tutorial video series for Fusion 360, and in this series I teach you how to design your own arcade cabinet in AutoCAD. So if you are into retro gaming and arcade cabinets, this is a great channel for you. Enjoy, and please take the time to subscribe to the channel, ring the little bell, and then you will not miss one video. And in this video I'm going to show you my latest creation, the Sekiro build. I'm really excited, so without further ado, let's get started. So this build was a commission build for a client in Austria. Actually, the guy lives in Vienna, which I think is one of the most beautiful cities in Europe. I've been there a few times and it's gorgeous. And the client was a pleasure to work with as well. He was so polite and he had so much patience. I worked several months on this build, and I'm so excited to show you the result. It turned out absolutely beautiful. So, and my client had some special requests he wanted in this crazy build. And one of them was he wanted to use this special Arcooda 32-inch monitor. And these are made in Australia. I think they have a company in Australia and in Hong Kong. So I ordered one of these screens and they are absolutely beautiful. It traveled all the way from Australia to the Netherlands, and I absolutely love it. And the fun thing about these screens is that it has VGA input and HDMI input, and it supports both 15 kHz video signals as 31 kHz video signals, which is great if you're using old arcade, old arcade emulation through FPGA or any other system. And it has ultra low latency. Just over 1 millisecond, which is not as fast as a CRT monitor, but ultra fast. Another thing the client wanted was a special drawer in which the guns are laid in. And he showed me some examples, and I loved it, and I made my own version of it. So let me show you. Let me get the cabinet a little bit to the back. There is a hidden drawer here. And as you can see, the drawer is not straight, but I made it in an incline. So you have more visibility on the guns. And as you can see here, the control panel is not blocking any of the view. And it looks amazing. I built a custom LED strip underneath the control panel, which is operated by a switch in the back. So if the panel, if the drawer is pulled out, a small latch will switch, and it will activate the LED light. I made a separate video how I did the inlay in this special shadow foam material. For that I used the shaper origin and the trace, which is a new tool, and you can find this video here. So the drawer has a locking mechanism, you can see that here. And that way it's fixed, fully fixed in place. It cannot fall out of the cabinet by accident. And these guns are Gun for IR guns, and they are absolutely amazing. They do have recoil built in, so there's an actual solenoid inside that gives you a kickback when you fire a target. And they also have built-in rumble. They are beautifully made by I think it's called rpegelectronics. I will put a link down in the description. And if you like, I will make a separate video of these guns. And in a few minutes I will show you how they work. But they feel absolutely great. Let me get it in focus for you. They have this special lens, so you can be very close next to the screen, and it still sees all the sensors. And it's well, hand modded by Raymond from rpegelectronics in New York. I think it's New York. Beautiful guns. They are expensive, but I think, in my opinion, worth every euro. So we have 2 of them, one red and one blue, and to operate them you just get them out of the drawer, of course, and there's a small USB plug and a small 9-volt plug. You just insert it here and you are ready to go. So, and another fun thing is the actual working coin door, and let me show it. It is at the lower front of the cabinet, and this is an actual real metal coin door. It's fully operational. This is made by Data East. Let me open it for you. Here you can see some spare light bulbs. So I actually made it fully functional with the lights. These are the coin acceptors, and these accept 50 € coins. And of course you can buy these acceptors for all currencies and for all coins, of course. And I have some somewhere. I have some Dutch coins here. Let me show you. And now, let me close the box. Let's start up the game. It says insert coin, and let us insert a coin. 50 cents, insert it in coin 1, and there we are. So credit 1, and now we can start the game. So it really works very efficiently. And let's test what happens if we insert a wrong coin, like a euro. Nothing is happening, there's no credit, and I can just push the reject button and it rejects the coin. So actually nothing too special, but I never built one and I love them. It's really nice to, instead of just pressing a coin button, just to insert a coin. It's lovely. So now let's go over some details a little bit. So first let me show you the artwork, and this is done by Sahaj Joshi, of course. It's beautiful, it's Sekiro style, an absolute fantastic game. Really difficult game, but I spent so many hours figuring out how to play it. It's lovely. So here you can see the beautiful orange teal coloring. It's done really well. As you can see, the T-molding, we chose black T-molding. At the back you can hit the switch to turn on and off the spotlights. If you hold it, you can dim them actually. Turn them off or on again, make them brighter, and this will lit up your playfield. This is the amplifier. The sound is absolutely amazing. You can see, and the sub is so heavy, you can really feel it. So I love the sound system. So let's go over the control panel. Of course, full RGB Ultimarc gold leaf buttons with continuous artwork. So I cut out the artwork for each and every individual button, and as you can see, it's beautiful, and I love doing that. For the player, coin and start buttons, I chose white backgrounds with logos. And the joysticks are all ball-top LED RGB ball-tops, which is amazing, of course. And of course the trackball is also full RGB. You can buy this small PCB with some LEDs on it, and then it will light up your trackball. It's really awesome. It has a 3mm plexiglass top panel, protective panel, and I did the artwork and the laser engraving on it. So as you can see, it's really nice. It's Japanese style, and these are the kanjis. I think it's called kanjis. This is the Ultimarc fight stick, of course, or flight stick, I must say. This is wired directly to player 1, so it's always working. No problems with USB or IDs or anything. It just works. There are 2 buttons here. So the button for your first finger is player 1 button 1, and player 1 button 2. So it's really easy to work with that. This is a spinner, also the Ultimarc spinner. There's a counterweight. This is the light counterweight, and it's really fluent. And of course I chose the black cap, and it's beautifully made. So let's continue. So this is a 5-inch screen, and this displays the box art. So for every game you can see the original box. So the joysticks for players 1 and 2, they are servo sticks. I love them. This means that you can choose if you want them to be 4-way or 8-way in direction, which is really important if you want to play old games like Pac-Man or Burger Time or Zookeeper, etc. These are games that actually do need a 4-way joystick, a joystick that can only go up, down, left, right. If you are playing a game with an 8-way joystick, an old game, and you do a diagonal move, the game will not pick it up and you might lose a life. It's fully automatically, so if you start a game that needs 4-way, you will hear the joystick mechanism underneath move, and it will set it in 4-way or 8-way. But you can also do it manually by pressing one of the Stream Deck buttons. Speaking of the Stream Deck, this is also built in the control panel. This is the brand new Stream Deck MK2, and this is the 15-button one. There's also an inlay keyboard here with a mouse completely. It is wireless, and you can take it out to change the batteries, so this is also built in. Let's turn the cabinet around. So this is the back of the cabinet, and I think it's really important to make the back as beautiful as the front. So of course you have some holdouts here, you have some air vents here, airflow is really important. So let me open everything up for you. So here you can see the two PCBs. These are for the HyperMarquee screen. This is the power for the HyperMarquee screen. It's a 28-inch version. These are the Visaton speakers. These are the spotlights. And this small thing here is one of the infrared sensors. There are 4 sets of them at the side and the top and the bottom of the Arcooda Monitor. And this is the Arcooda Monitor. It's mounted several ways. It's mounted by some metal angle brackets at both sides. It is laying on top of a piece of wood here, and it's also restricted by this piece of wood here. So it cannot move an inch, but it's still pretty easy to get it out if it needs maintenance or so. So this is the Arcooda Monitor. These are the USB hubs. I always label them. This is for the iPads and the servo sticks. And these are the USB hubs that are in front of the control panel. So here are all the transformers. This one is for the lights, the marquee of course, 12 volt for the marquee, and the amp, the amplifier, and the guns of course. So, and this is the subwoofer right here. Let me close it. So this is the back of the drawer, and here you can see that all the cables run neatly at the side of the drawer, at the back side. Normally the cables would be in one big bunch running through the cabinet, through the center of the cabinet, but because of the drawer this was not possible anymore. So the bottom panel right here, let me open it up, is where the computer is at. So this is the PC and the wiring of course. Not much to see here. The coin door is at the back. You can see it a little bit over there. Now let me place the cabinet back where it was. So now let's play some games for the very first time on the cabinet. So let's play some Metal Slug. And I really love Metal Slug. I might even build a Metal Slug team cabinet one day. I love it. Let's insert some coins. I can use the coin door, but because I'm lazy, I just go for the credit button here. Let me turn the volume on a little bit. And let's go.
Listen, 1, start.
There we are. And this is so much fun. I really love the Metal Slug games. Oh, where's my grenade? There are my grenades. I'm not really good at it. So let's kill the helicopter. Let's see if I can free some prisoners here. Let's get my gifts. I really need a machine gun. This is the pass key and it goes to the pass menu. As you can see, this Metal Slug version has blood in it, and let me show you how that works if you're not familiar with it. Let's get back to the game. If you press F2, and because I have a keyboard here, it's really easy, you are going to the soft dip settings. So let me see which button I need to do. One of these buttons here. Setting up the cabinet, Metal Slug X, and here is the blood on off. So here you can turn the blood feature off. You can also change the difficulty. So I set my difficulty to 2, which is not that difficult, but you can choose the difficulty and demo sounds and playtime, etc, etc, etc. So this is how you do that. If you press F2 again, no, sorry, go to next, back, what's the back key? This is the back key, and then exit. I always forget which button it is. Yeah, this is exit. It will restart the game, and now your blood is enabled. So this is how you do that. So this was it. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video and this arcade cabinet build. So subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. This will help out the channel a lot so I can make more content for you. And now I will take some time off, I think, and play a little bit with the arcade cabinet, because I need to test it. And this is the best part of my job, of course. So thank you again, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!